All right, today we're going to learn how to make a scrapbook photo quilt.
Deborah Griffin-Sapinski has been creating quilts for over 30 years and is joined by fellow instructor Karen Kevinger. It's great to have you both with us.
You guys brought a lot of goodies with you. This is going to be fun. So tell us what the idea of the photo quilt is.
It's a lot of people put their photos in boxes and put them in the closet, and you never see them again. And it's a way to display your genealogy, your ancestors, and it's also.
It seems really a great way to put everything on display.
Absolutely, and there's so much to this process. Where do we start, Karen?
Well, the display board over here shows the process, and Debbie can tell you more about that.
Yeah, it's important that you plan the layout of the quilt before you start printing your photos out. You need to figure out where you're going to position your photos and the size of them. And there's 8 blocks in this quilt and 3 panels. And so you want to make sure that if you have a photo that you really would like the close attention to, that's where you would put in the center of the quilt and make the largest photo.
And you can use any photo you want.
Yes. You can use hard copy photos, you can use digital photos, and it's in any size because you can resize your photo by using a scanner.
Yeah, so we're using a little bit of technology with all this. So you kind of use the computer to get the pictures, download the pictures, shape them the way you want, and then you actually print them out?
Yes, you use photo editing. I like Adobe Photoshop, and you can do all kinds of things. You can crop your photos, you can resize them, change the color, and that's what I've done with these quilts over here. I changed the photos to black and white to match the black and white material. I did brown and sepia photos, and then I used 30s fabric and used color photos. So there's a lot that you can do with Photoshop.
Well, I didn't realize that there's actually paper that you could print out on, and it's fabric, and that makes the whole process much easier.
Yes, you print it out on, I like to use printed treasures on the fabric sheets, and then you take the backing off.
Yeah.
And then
this is
that's
fabric.
it, right there?
Yeah.
So after the whole process that's completed, what do you do next?
Well, the next thing is you cut all your photos out, and then you have to sew fabric strips around it, and you need certain tools to make this quilt, and Karen is going to demonstrate.
Tricks of the trade
There
here,
are a lot
right?
of tools here, Karen.
Yes.
Can you tell us what you have here?
This is our cutting mat. These are specially made for rotary cutting. This is a rotary cutter. It looks a bit like a pizza cutter, but it has a very sharp blade, and you use rulers to straighten the edges of your fabric. So you use the mat and rulers in conjunction with each other and begin slicing your fabric to neaten the edge, and then you decide how big your strips are going to be that you're going to add to your photo edges, and you start cutting your pieces. You
got to be really careful because this is extremely sharp.
Yes, this is very sharp.
You ironed that first, the material?
Yes, the fabric is ironed, and a lot of the fabrics in the quilt, you need a lot of different designs of fabrics. So a good thing to do is to buy fat quarters. This is considered a fat quarter, where you can buy a small amount of fabric and then you can get it in many different colors. Sometimes they're presented like this. This is a group of 3 fat quarters, and that you're able to create and style your quilt accordingly.
And you teach quilting classes?
I do. I teach at Middletown Adult Ed. I'm going to be teaching this class in the spring, and I'm going to teach an intro to quilting class in the fall. And that gives you the basic skills.
You really need to get the basics, but you also teach an advanced class, and you brought an example of work here.
Look at that purple quilt. It's unbelievable.
Yes, and that's using different methods. That's doing paper piecing, and it's machine stitching all different types of blocks together. And I would like to thank Holly Potvin at Bear Hollow because she did the top machine stitching on it.
It's beautiful. We should mention the name of your book again. It's
Scrapbook Photo Quilting.
Where can you get it?
www.debbiesquilts.com.
That's the only place to get it, right?
Now it is. Yes.
Now it is. Okay. Well, it's beautiful work, and I know it takes a lot of time.
And patience.
Thank you.
So thank you both for being here.
Thank you.